I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-Minute Convos, where I help you create a brand of your own unique real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Felice Cohen. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am terrific. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thanks for asking. It's a great pleasure to connect with you. Please do tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
Right now, I'm in Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Oh, sweet. And do please tell me, which of your talents is responsible for us meeting?
My organizing talents.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
Yes. So it's funny. I'm actually visiting my parents now, and I'm in my childhood bedroom. And it all started in this room in my closet. I've been an organizer since I was a little kid. And it stayed with me. I work as an organizer today, helping people organize their homes and getting rid of clutter.
Interesting. Well, I'll tell you something. The audio in your room is wonderful. So it must be that you were created to be on TV or YouTube, if you would, pretty early in life, right? The audio is amazing. So who did you learn this skill from, this organizing skill from?
I would have to say my paternal grandmother. She was very organized. All her Tupperwares had a lid. And then I really kind of just took with it and ran as a little kid. I liked jigsaw puzzles. I liked order, and I liked just kind of straightening things up. And I just really perfected it. And, living in a small space in college and then in New York City, I just got really good at it.
Oh, it's fascinating to me how challenging some things may seem to some people. So you're the organizer, and to the person who doesn't organize, it's like, why? She is so good at this, right? And vice versa. Why, in spite of that, will you continue to repeat this skill?
Absolutely. I work as an organizer now. I have clients, and I wrote a book about organizing and kind of simple ways to get rid of clutter and to organize your own home. And I travel and I speak at tiny house festivals and at bookstores about how to organize. And for me, it's less about so much getting rid of stuff and organizing, but about finding more time to do the things you love. So if you can spend less time cleaning up, you have more time to enjoy your life.
Amazing audience. We're speaking with Felice here, and she's the ultimate humble person, right? She's done so much, and she's still just answering the questions without plugging so many other things that she's done. So I'll take the opportunity to do that. You've definitely gotten some raving fans from what you've done, right? Please do point my amazing audience to that.
Sure. So I wanted to finish writing my first book about my grandfather who was in the Holocaust. And the only way I could do that was quit my job. And the only way to do that was to find a low rent place in New York City where I live. And I found a tiny apartment, which was 90 square feet, and which is very small. And during that time, somebody made a video of that space, which went viral. All around the world, millions of hits. And it was because of that tiny space that my grandfather's book has done so well. And it was really just kind of meant to be, because for me, it was just about doing that as a gift for my grandfather. And now I travel around the country and I speak about the Holocaust, but I also speak about living large in a tiny space, about organizing your life.
What's the best place for us to go to connect with you and what you're doing?
You can go to my website. It's got all the links to everything. It's FeliceCohen.com.
Cohen, FeliceCohen.com. Felice, tell me one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
Consistently, I think it's just riding my bike. Every other day, if I can, I'm trying to get on my bike, and it is just the place where I can think and to kind of come down. We're all so busy, we're running around, but for me, just getting on that bike is just this, phone. You have no phone, no computer, nothing, and you can just breathe and enjoy nature.
And how does it make you feel?
I get off of it and I feel accomplished and I feel healthy and I feel strong and I feel relaxed, which is so important to do, when in our busy lives. So, it's the best thing. It's just a great release.
Yeah, so this is the teacher moment. Suggest to someone out there who may be busy, who may be doing so much, why they should do what you've done in that particular instance, like taking themselves away and riding a bike.
Sure. Whether it's riding a bike or going for a walk or a hike or swimming, whatever you can do, it's just your time away. We're so attached to our phones and our electronics and our work, and we're busy, and we have to just kind of stop and rest our brains and, keep ourselves strong, because exercise is the best way to just keep you healthy in everything you want to do in life. And I think it's just, even if you can get away for an hour a day, it has tremendous effects, long lasting.
Love it. Amazing audience. We are live with Felice Cohen here. Do check her out. You could just Google her name. I'm sure you'll find her. Felice Cohen. Well, Felice, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Felice, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory, I grew up. My dad was in law school. My mother was a residence director, and we lived in a college dorm. And the college students all took care of me all the time. And when I was 3 and 4, they used to take me to rehearsal for their musicals, and I would just sit in the audience by myself and watch them rehearse. And I just can remember sitting there with my little bag of snacks watching this. And I think that's why I love musicals to this day.
Wow. So you're 3 or 4. Why do you think this memory is so clear?
We have some photos of it, so I think that helps. But my parents told me a lot of stories about it, because the college kids loved having I was a little dorm baby, and they loved having me. And so I really just remember just a lot of love in the surrounding and just the music as well. I think it just stuck with me.
Wow. Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Sure.
I love the idea of you being in one seat and the space that is surrounding that, and to see the image of you having the entire stage be before you, and then to translate that into even what occurred with the tiny apartment being bigger than the seat, right? But you said in one of your videos, New York is your backyard, right? And to see how that has translated into you as an individual appreciating that small space, and the organizing that made sure that you had snacks on the seat.
Always snacks.
Is very fascinating. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
12, it was 1982. God, it was probably Michael Jackson. I think it could have been Gloria by Laura Branigan.
Oh, sweet. Well, Felice, we have arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. Felice, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes. Yeah, my little nephew. He's really organized.
Okay. Are you married?
I am not.
Do you have children?
No children.
Do you believe in God?
I do.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yeah, my sisters.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
Not more than 3 hours a day.
How about 3 hours a week?
Oh, yeah, at least.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than... You see that reaction right there? I usually get that right there. Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
It's probably around 8.
All right.
Yeah, I'm a writer.
Felice, after having 1,001 conversations in 3 months, I came up with a workbook called Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self. And connected to that is your own unique real statement, your mission. If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, something that represents Felice Cohen, what would that be?
I would say you never fail unless you fail to try.
Love it. Felice Cohen, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Just keep living large and enjoying your life every day.
Felice Cohen says live large. Felice, thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.